Well, good evening, Albuquerque. It is great to be here with you, and great to be back in this sanctuary. It hasn't been actually, I think, since the campaign trail. So I first want to say thank you. Thank you for giving me a chance to represent all of our city and to try and face our challenges head on. Thank you so much for that opportunity. I appreciate a lot of folks who've been here maybe for some time with services. I was out on my own this morning, and so glad we could make it tonight, and extra special to be joined by some distinguished individuals here and also in the back. I think they're going to get introduced a little bit later, so I'm just going to share with you a few remarks and let you know, I think, something that we all know, but something that always we need to be reminded of, which is how important this election is. And so from my perspective, as a mayor with a long road ahead, deep challenges in our community, we've got trust issues with our police department, we've got crime issues in our communities, we've got the fact that we have our children being not provided the right opportunities after school and over the summer. All of these are things that I take to heart, and they're things I talk about every day, trying to make a little bit of progress, trying to move those chains forward, use the football analogy this time of year. And I believe that's what we're doing at the city. But we need partnership, and I'm going to talk about what that means in just a minute. But I want to highlight there's some city employees here, some folks who I am so grateful for that are helping me with this challenge and helping us with this challenge. And so I want to acknowledge, of course, someone who needs little acknowledgement, but James Lewis, who is our civilian in charge of reforms. There are very few days that go by when I am not grateful that James Lewis is helping me with APD. And so thank you so much. I think I also see Chris Silvan here, who's our community policing coordinator. And I tell you, that position didn't even exist until we came into office. Amen. And so Chris is doing a great job at it, but it represents a whole lot. And we do have a city councilor here who's a believer in our vision going forward. I think I saw Councilor Brago float around. Councilor, yeah. Give us a hand. Thank you. So lots of other dignitaries, but I just wanted to highlight our city folks, and we'll leave it to the rest, our good representative, I think, to give some others some shout outs. But let me say this, we have in our city and in our state, I think about what we're trying to do in the city of Albuquerque, and my belief that we have to come together as one Albuquerque, regardless of our background, regardless of whether we just moved here, whether we've been here since time immemorial, to face our challenges head on, to acknowledge the issues, but also to step up and say, how can we help? And that's why over the course of the next year, you're going to be hearing from us literally 1,000 ways you can help in Albuquerque. But a lot of those have to do with even working in your own faith community, like this community here, in the different ministries with respect to things like youth outreach, after school programming, and summer programming. These are things we're going to map out across the entire city. We're going to find out where there's gaps, where kids are falling through the cracks, and then we're going to say we've got to fill those gaps. And that's what we're going to try and do with the city with our partners, especially those in the faith community and those in the nonprofit sector who are already doing such great work in this. Now, the other thing is we've got to understand we have to get past this notion of this tricultural myth that we have. Some of you know about this. That's right. In Albuquerque for too long, it's great that we're a cultural capital, but we forget about some cultures. That's right. And there's no doubt one, of course, is our African American community. We got a vibrant Vietnamese community. We've got a vibrant community with Islam community. These are parts of not only our history, as most people here know, but also of our community today and our community going forward. And so we've got to share that story. We've got to share all of our stories and say that that's what One Albuquerque is all about. It's about all of our unique stories, and then about all of us coming together to deal with the challenges that we've got. Now, there's a big gap in what I want to do, and it has to do with another city called Santa Fe, and an office that's located up there, the office of our governor. And I will tell you, I need a partner. We need a partner. I can't do this alone. I can't even, get more than 10 yards, 20 yards down the field alone. I need the community's help. I need our congressional office's help. And I desperately need the state's help. The because a lot of those funding, a lot of that after-school funding is flow through from the federal government. A lot of this healthcare stuff that we need is flowing through the state, coming down for early childhood for our kids. This is what I need. This is what we need in Santa Fe. We need someone who knows that we got to help all of New Mexico. I know the governor represents all of New Mexico. But I know this. We rise and fall with central New Mexico, with Albuquerque. It's our economic engine, and frankly, it's where the biggest challenges are. That's where we need the help. And so I believe and I hope that this woman standing to the left of me is going to be that partner. Because I want to tell you this, there are very, very few people who run for office who have a combination of two things. One, they got a little bit of charisma and excitement, and they care about what they're talking about, and they will stand up for their values. Michelle has that. That's right. But there's another piece too. She actually knows what she's talking about. She's been around the block. She knows everything you need to know being a governor. And so not to you know exactly what that means. You know, yeah, that was good. So she brings the combination that we need. And so we don't need one or the other. We need both right now. And we need some help in Albuquerque, and I believe Michelle, as our next governor, is going to do that. And so let me just wrap it up by saying I look forward to working with you. Many of us have been in contact, sometimes in difficult discussions, sometimes finding ways we can help each other. But I also want to put her and everyone else on the spot. I hope that we can communicate when it's not just election time. And I hope I'm doing that. I hope I'm starting with that. And we got a long way to go on that. And I hope everyone up here who's running for office will join me in that commitment. And we will hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much.